Okay, I need to tell you this before I forget. Next Sunday, I'm going to
Testes, testes, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah. Well, Derek's playing at it with Portia. He's leaving at 2 o'clock in the afternoon next Sunday. Not like 6, 7, 8, 9, so the 16th and the 4th.
Hello? I'm a truck. Yeah, you heard songs about truck drivers many times. Their stories told how they pulled out of Pittsburgh for 6 days on the road down the River Canyon. Climbing the old grapevine, that old roadhouse down in Texas, and the girls they left behind. Heard their tales of daring, and I think that's just fine. But if you would spare a minute, I'd like to tell you mine. There'd be no truck drivers if it wasn't for us trucks. No double clutching, beer jamming, coffee drinking nuts. They drive their way to glory, they have all the luck. There'd be no truck drivers if it wasn't for us trucks. Well, there he sits in that cafe, drinking coffee and telling lies. Probably telling about that hill we talked about 10 miles back. Ought to tell him how he missed a gear in that Volkswagen bus full of hippies past us like I was sitting up on jacks. For that curve he missed over on 66, hadn't been for me hanging on the shoulder, we'd have both wound up in the ditch. We're on time, he takes the credit, if we're late I'll get the blame. Up those hills with shutters open, my sacks are running flames. My tacks are running red, I'm sucking diesel from the tank. I take him south, I bring him back without a word of thanks. Now you've heard my story and I guess it's my tough luck, but there'd be no truck drivers if it wasn't for us trucks. There'd be no truck drivers if it wasn't for us trucks. No double clutching, gear jamming, coffee drinking nuts. They drive their way to glory, they have all the luck. There'd be no truck drivers if it wasn't for us trucks. Look at him, sipping coffee and flirting with that waitress. Where do you think he left me? That's right, next to a cattle truck. Why couldn't he park me over there next to that little pink Mac? Gosh, you got pretty mud flats. Talk about stacks. They're both chrome. Well, I know what he's gonna do now. Come out, take out that bar and go around and beat on the tires. You know, for 2 pints of diesel, I'd have a flat on the inside dual. Ha! That'd sure fix him. Never did like the way he drives anyhow. Thinks he's God's gift to waitresses. Never gives them a tip. Well, I know what he'll do now. Come out, take out that old tape cartridge of Buck Owens again. I don't know why you don't get a Sick and Vicious tape. Oh, thank you so much. My name's Mickey Sick. I tell you, I didn't think I was actually going to make it down here tonight. I was having a little car trouble, well, truck trouble, really. See, I got this old... Let me tell you about it. See, I was thumbing through the lawn ads in the Shelby County Tribune when this classified advertisement caught my eye. To take immediate delivery on this 57 Chevrolet Half-Ton pickup truck, we'll seller swap or hide a bed or $35, go 1442 and ask for Bob. I called Bob up on the telephone, he said, hello, this here's Bob speaking. I said, this here's Bob, got the pickup truck for sale? He said, yeah. I said, where are you? He said, 14 East Sun County, 12, turn right on the one-lane gravel road. You can park in the yard, beware of the dog, wipe your feet off, knock 3 times, and bring your billfold. I toured on East Sun County, 12, turn right on the one-lane gravel road, and I parked in the yard, and the German Shepherd come out and grabbed onto my leg. Well, I knocked 3 times and wiped my feet, and the dog let go, and the screen door opened. Bob came out and says, what do you want? I said, come to see your truck. He said, follow me. Come on, Frank. The dog's name was Frank. Well, we all went past the hog pen, down with a chicken coop, round with a tractor shed. We went up the back of the barn and wheeled the cow pies. And sitting right there in the pool of grease was a half-ton Chevy pickup truck with a 1960 license plate, a bumper sticker said Poker Dick, and a gorilla box full of rusty parts. And Bob says, what do you think? Well, I kicked the tire and I got in the seat and I sat on a petrified apple core and I found a bunch of field mice living in the glove compartment. These other shaft is bent, the rear end leaks seat, fix her quick with an oily rag, use the nail to silver out of house the key, don't paint him out of that whirring sound, she used a little oil, but outside of that she's sure. I said, what'll it take? He said, what do you got? I said, $28.50. Said, you got a deal, so I'm here, I'll go get the title and a can full of gas. I put the nail in the slot and fired it up. She coughed and belched up a bunch of smoke, and I backed her out through the hog pen into the yard. Well, Frank jumped in and bit my legs up, beat him off with a crowbar, and he jumped on out and the door fell off and the left front tire went flat. I jacked it up and patched the tube, and Frank tore a piece of my shirt off and bobbed him out and called him off, said, you better get on out of here. I went left on the one-lane gravel road, went 14 west of county till I took 2 full quarts of 40 weight oil just to get her to the Quantico station. Pulled up to the regular pump and Harold Saxon's kid come out and said, I see better stuff in your junkyard. Where'd you ever get that truck? I said, that's a long story, Harold. See, I was swimming through the walnuts in the Shelby County Tribune when this classified advertisement caught my eye. Take immediate delivery on this 57 Chevrolet half-ton pickup truck with silver swap for a higher better $35 go won't roll into and ask for Bob. Thank you. Oh, in case you don't know me and you're not informed, I am actually a truck driver. And I can't remember a time in my life where I didn't want to do that. I mean, I was in my dad's truck, my grandpa's truck, my great-grandpa's truck, all my uncle's trucks on both sides. Like, I was doomed from the beginning. But,
It's cool.
yeah, very cool.
It is cool.
It is, and I mean, you know, if you got opinions of truck drivers being out on the highway and blocking your car and everything, I mean, that's fine. We gotta have different tastes in things. I mean, if we didn't, we'd all be after your grandma, wouldn't we? So, anyways. Well, when I was just a little bitty kid, I remember one time I was dead that he sent you all of his love from Frisco Bay. Well, I didn't understand till I was grown when my daddy spent a little time at home, said I run around the country that way. Well, I'm looking at the world through a windshield, and I see everything in a little bit different light. I got a sweet little thing I want to see in Nashville, but I'm down around Dallas and south tonight. Those long strips of rubber that you see run off of this rig by the likes of me until I rock along on the highways in this land. I'm gonna sign my name in this diesel smoke and let the ones that come along behind me choke, trying to beat this pace I was at the time that they can. Well, I'm looking at the world through a windshield, watching it fly by me on the right. I got a sweet little thing I want to see in Nashville, and I'm down around Dallas rolling south tonight. Well, I push these bricks through street and rain, and I'm driven through the rough terrain of the Rockies to the docks of old L.A. On down that old Pacific shore, swing north and run for Baltimore, somewhere about 2,000 miles away. Well, I'm looking at the world through a windshield, watching it fly by me on the right. I got a sweet little thing I'm dying to see in Nashville. Oh, and I'm down around Dallas around south tonight. Said I'm down around Dallas around south tonight. Hey, so much. Tell you, trucking's a lot of fun, but it can be a whole lot of headache at the same time. Especially when your fucking brakes go out and you can't stop. Well, I drove this big old diesel from Muhammad up to the summit of Cajon. When I headed down the hill to San Bernardino, I put my 20 tons of rocking stone. Then a warning buzzer sounded. I was low on air. I checked the pressure gauges. No pressure there. I looked into that deep and rocky canyon down below, and I thought, man, what a way to go. I saw a red light in my side view mirror. I knew there was a highwayman behind. I tried to shift it down one time but missed it. When she really started to unwind. Well, that patrolman passed me like I was sitting still. The siren started wailing when he went on down the hill. That highwayman, he had a crazy notion I could see. Gonna try to clear the road for me. I read a sign said trucks 20 miles an hour. As I watch a hand go around and hit the pit. That patrolman, he was burning up the highway. And I was right there on his last plate. Well, I stared into the ditch, oh, then I lost my nerve. I sideswiped the bobtail when I straightened out the curve. Then I opened up my eyes and I was back on level ground. It took 5 more miles to shut her down. That highwayman walked up and stuck his hand out. So I reached out and shook it like a man. Then he shook me loose and said, let's see your license. Boy, don't be wild with me, I'll run you in. Now where's your registration, son? Who owns that machine? Then he wrote me up a ticket, longest one I'd ever seen. Few things in this life that I still don't understand, and one of them the doggone highwayman. And one of them the doggone highwayman. Thanks so much. I tell you, it's definitely scary losing your brakes, but what's scarier than losing your brakes going down a mountain is when you're not driving. See, me and Earl was hauling chickens on a flatbed out of Wiggum. We spent a line on the uphill side of 37 miles of hell called Wolf Creek Pass. It's up on the Great Divide. We was sitting there sucking toothpicks, drinking knee-highs and onion soup mix. I said, Earl, let's mail the car to mother and send them chickens on down the other side. Yeah, let's give them a ride. Wolf Creek Pass way up on the Great Divide, trucking on down the other side. Well, Earl sat down in the box, he matched his foot down on the throttle, and then a couple of booze with 1,000 cubes and a 1948 Peterbilt screamed alive. We woke up the chickens. We rode above of that shoulder, spraying pine cones, rocks, and boulders, put 400 head in them, rode on the red, and a couple of bird-eye roosters on the line. Look out below. Here we go. Wolf Creek Pass way up on the Great Divide, trucking on down the other side. Wolf Creek Pass way up on the Great Divide, trucking on down the other side. Well, we commenced the trucking, them hens commenced the clucking, then Earl took out a match and scratched his pants and lit up the owner's half of $1 cigar, took a puff. Said, mind this pretty up here. I said, Earl, this hill can spill us, you better slow down, you're gonna kill us. Just make one mistake and it's a pearly gates for them 85 crazy USDA approved clubbers. You wanna hit second? Wolf Creek Pass way up on the Great Divide, trucking on down the other side. Well, Earl grabbed on the shifter, and he stabbed her in the fifth gear. Then a chromium-plated, fully illuminated, genuine accessory shift knob come right up in his hand. Said, you want to screw that thing back on, Earl? He's trying to thread it back on there. The fire fell off of his cigar, dropped on down, sort of rolled around, and lit the cover of his pants, burned a hole in his thumb. Yeah, it sort of set him right on fire. I looked on out the window, and I started counting phone calls going by the rate of 4 to the 7th power. Well, I put 2 and 2 together, added 12 and carried 5, come up with 22,000 telephone calls an hour. So I looked at Earl, his eyes was wide, his lip was curled, and his leg was fried, and his hand was froze to the wheel like a tongue to a sled in the middle of a blizzard. Said, Earl, I'm not the type to complain. Time has come for me to explain that if you don't apply some brake real soon, they're gonna pick us up with a stick and a spoon. Well, Earl reared back, cocked his leg, stepped down as hard as he could on the brake, the pedal went clear of the floor and just stayed right there on the floor. Earl said it was sort of like stepping on a plum. Well, from there on down, it wasn't real pretty. It was Hairpin County, Switcherback City. One of them looked like a can full of worms, the other one looked like a malaria germ. Right in the middle of the whole damn show was a real nice tunnel, now wouldn't you know? Sign said Clarence's 12-foot line, chickens were stacked 13-9. We shot that tunnel at 110 like guys who were pulling an egg through a hen, took that top row of chickens off, flickered the scum off Louisiana swamp. And down and around and down till we run her to ground to the edge of town. We bashed inside of the feed store, downtown Pagosa Springs. Wolf Creek Pass way up on the Great Divide. trucking on down the other side. Wolf Creek Passway up on the Great Divide, trucking on down the other side. Thank you. Now I tell you, if you haven't spent any time in a truck, then you probably don't know, but you spend enough time in a truck, you start to talk to your truck. You start to have feelings for that truck. You start to have certain hatreds for that truck. But that truck becomes an extension of you, and you become pretty attached to that fucking piece of steel.
Phantom feel nice.
Maybe. But sometimes, if you're anything like me, you begin to sing to that truck. So. Roll home, big mama. Roll home, big mama. I like the way you sing. Roll on, big mama. Night down that's her brain. Well, the wheel delivers me from a life where I don't want to be. And the diesel smoke with every stroke sings a song with a heavy note. Rambling is the life I chose, sitting here between the doors, the yellow lines of keeping time with the things that are running through my mind, through my mind. Roll home, big mama, you're singing out my song. Roll home, big mama, the highway is our home. Well, on to the snow and the ground and rain, to the 40 below and that banger main, to the 110 and the Texas sun. Ain't no road that we ain't run. Up to the Colorado mountain tops and down to the desert where we know south, north to the green Accordion lane. Ain't no road that we ain't seen. We ain't seen. Roll home, big mama. I like the way you roll. Roll on, big mama. You are my very soul. Roll on, big mama. Hey, anybody got a copy on the Silver Roadhog? What's the Smoky Wizard waiting on the way, boys? Mighty fine, I'm a-coming, I'm coming. Woo, son, I'm a-coming. I guess there is one thing a little bit scarier than somebody else driving with no brakes. And that's driving with no brakes on a dangerous goods load. I guess we didn't think about that, did we? I appreciate that. A little PBR there, that's the good stuff. Get this thing back in tune, pound on a little hard. She likes it hard though. So yeah, oh, she loves it hard right there. Oh, no. Any requests? No? Okay, well let me tell you about this here. Now the trucker's got a little box in there, and some of you might know what it is, but it's your best friend and it's your worst friend. It's your eyes and your ears when you can't see and you can't hear, but there's just some folks you don't want to talk to sometimes. Anybody know what that little box is? There you go. See, y'all know. Y'all know.
Is it CRT?
Huh?
Is it CRT?
CRT?
Tube TV?
Oh, no. I'll tell you, it's the CB radio. That's your best friend, that's your eyes, your ears, that's your worst friend. That's the one that gets you in trouble and finds you all them lot lizards. Well, let me tell you about it. Down 75 or 85 or at 20 color way. You're supposed to riding in the night, you'll hear some good buddy say, breaker, got a picture taker, will smoke that 43. That Japanese toys that trucker joy that everybody calls CB. Citizen band, keep you up to date with the fender benders and all them Tijuana taxes and all them bears out there flip-flopping. Now give me your children, give me your wife on the list of the 10 best things in life. See the aisle right around number 4. Of course, Beavers, Hot Biscuits, and Whale and Jenny come 1, 2, 3, you know. Well, I slowed it down coming out of Lake City. I was checking out seat covers, young and pretty. And all of a sudden, there come a call over my TV ringing wall to wall. To go there, number thinker when you hit the ridge. You smoky about to get you other side of the bridge. Oh, mercy. Appreciate it, good buddy. What's your handle there? Got any county miners out there prowling? Come on. And he said, 10-4, back door. Hit the pedal to the metal and let it roar. Hammer down to Macon town, I'm gonna see my mama, sure. Well, the Bears are gone, so let's bring it on. The Georgia line's out of sight. Pulled out of Richmond town last Saturday night, and my handle is the White Knight. How about it? Well, alright, White Knight, hammer down. You got a mean machine here. There was a streak and my needle was a peeking right around 79. That old diesel juice was getting loose and everything was fine. When wall to wall, I got a call from a front door Big Bear tracker. Said, break 1 line, good buddy of mine. You got a smoky in a plain white wrapper. I jammed my stick, I lost 20 quick. You could hear them gears a tearing. Got passed by a beaver in the coming road and I was cruising along, going so slow I could count every button on that frilly blouse she was wearing. Of course, there weren't but one. Hey there, Trooper, that's a crappy Smoky over there with a CV of his own. Hey, well, that night, the slide went up Super Trooper. 10-4, back to work with the pedal to the metal looking, waiting for her. If that old white can't say his side, we won't be here to say no more. How about it? Whoa now, buddy, that's my dog. I'll get up there and blow your doors off. I hammered down like I had wings. Little gravel on my wheels go ting, ting, ting. And about the time I hit 92, saw something flashing in my rear view. Thought to myself, that can't be true. Big Terror was going blue, blue, blue. Bubblegum machine done hit the jackpot. I could see that battery's laughing big and hanging in tight on the back of my rig, and right there and then it come to me wall to wall. So into that cold dark Georgia night in the shadow of Smoky Bear's blue light, I decided to make me just one more CD call. Oh, break 1 line for the Super Trooper. Come on there, Smoky old buddy. Tell me if I'm right. Are you my front door? Are you the White Knight? And he said, 10-4, back door. You in a heap of trouble, boy, for sure. We're going to read your rights and treat you fair. Just pull over there with your rocking chair. I want you boys to know each other real well, because you're going to be sharing that same jail cell. You make 12 cotton pickers I've caught tonight running front doors that White Knight. How about it? 40 miles over speed limit. You boys gonna be here as well. Well, that's it, cotton pickers is dumping ground. And my tail's in jail and my rigging peppers. So when you come into the Georgia night, don't never get no front door called the White Knight. No, sir. Wind up in the poker with Smoky. I'm gonna pull that old CB thing out by the wires. Thank you so much. Now, we wouldn't be talking about truck driving. We didn't mention some truck stops in here and the parking lots and what goes on out there behind the trailers. Doesn't matter, but you know what? Yeah, the law leaders, that's right. See, you know all about it. Oh, I'll tell you though, every now and then you find that one truck stop that's just a little bit special to you, you know? There's one I found one time here. You guys are helpful to put that on there, wouldn't it? Well, Interstate 80 was cutting the plow, just me and old Sloan my dog. Got 18-wheeler with 10 on the floor and a stereo, laying a strip. By the sign said eating gas now, we decided to whip in and pick up some chow. The old home filler up and keep on the trucking cafe. Oh, the old home filler up and keep on the trucking. Oh, the old home filler up and keep on the trucking. Oh, the old home filler up and keep on the trucking cafe. We're looking for Mavis. The old home filler up and keep on the trucking. Oh, the old home filler up and keep on the trucking. Oh, the old home filler up and keep on the trucking cafe. Now we we've been every place between here and South Sioux. We've seen us a truck stop waitress or two, but this gal's built like a burlap bag full of bobcats. She's got it together. Filled my tank and said, thank you, honey. Name was Mavis, so I give her the money. Old Sloan just sat there watching the wagon and wishing. I said, you wait in the truck, boy. We went inside, said, what'll it be? I said, a cup of your best and a number 3. She come back with an order to go and a quart of hot tea and a bone for Sloan. Said, much obliged, old Sloan give a bark. I left her a buck and he left his heart at the old home filler up and keep on the trucking cafe. Oh, the old home filler up and keep on the trucking on the old home filler up and keep on the trucking on the old home filler up and keep on the trucking cafe. Never closes. Old home filler up and keep on the trucking on the old home filler up and keep on the trucking. Old home filler up and keep on the trucking cafe. Well, Saturday night we was trucking along. Yeah, me and old Sloan was getting it on. I said, Sloan, been thinking on getting up the curves, and tonight's the night. Well, I popped the fuck, shoot the candy a spin, get the beat town ramp, slid on in, to the old home filler up and keep on the trucking cafe. Well, got me a stool, took a load off my shoes, made Mavis and offers good reviews. Said, how'd you like to go for a ride with me and old Sloan just at the truck wash? Thought that sounded like a whole lot of fun. We was gonna have to wait until the dishes was done. It was alright with me, and she brought along her mother as a chaperone. I said, why not? So we geared that tranny in the super low, and the four of us went to see a picture show. Yeah, I took him to the drive-in theater down to the picture to see True Grit. So the late show, Sloan hit the sack, and along about 2 o'clock, hauled them on back to the old home filler up and keep on the trucking cafe. Well, the old home filler up and keep on the trucking, the old home filler up and keep on the old home filler up and keep on the trucking cafe. 8 stools in the promise. Old home filler up and keep on the trucking, the old home filler up and keep on the trucking. Old home filler up and keep on the trucking cafe. We got a real nice place there. Anyway. Now, if you ever drove a truck, even if you're driving a straight truck, it's hard to find somewhere to fucking turn around somewhere. I'll tell you this. I want to tell you folks, my heart to your heart, y'all are fucking assholes in them little fucking four-wheelers, alright? When you get out there on that highway and you see that big rig and that little red blinky thing comes on, that's not a fucking challenge to a drag race, alright? I mean, get the fuck out of the way, I'm coming over. Alright, I tell you, share the fucking road, will you? Anyways, like I said, sometimes it's a little hard to find someone to turn around. This song's about that. Oh, it's about the cable lines. He was hitting in the Boston in a big long diesel truck. It was his first trip to Boston, he was having lots of luck. He was going the wrong direction down a one-way street in town. This is what he said when the police chased him down. Give me 40 acres and I'll turn this rig around. It's the easiest way that I've found. Some guys can turn it on a dime or turn it right downtown. But I need 40 acres to turn this rig around. When he finally found where to unload, he had a dreadful shock. His trailer pointed toward the road and his cab right to the dock. And as he looked around and through his tears he made this sound. Give me 40 acres and I'll turn this rig around. Give me 40 acres and I'll turn this rig around. It's the easiest way that I've found. Some guys can turn it on a dime or turn it right downtown. But I need 40 acres to turn this rig around. When he finally got unloaded, he was glad to leave the town. He was very, very happy going back to Alabama. And up ahead he saw a sign said you are northward bound. He said give me 40 acres and I'll turn this rig around. Give me 40 acres and I'll turn this rig around. It's the easiest way that I found. Some guys can turn it on a dime or turn it right downtown. I need 40 acres to turn this rig around. He was driving down the right lane when ahead he saw a sign. And he had to make a left turn, but he could not get in line. And the tears were streaming down his cheeks and we all heard him yell, give me 46 and dynamite and I'll blow this thing to give me 40 acres and I'll turn this rig around. It's the easiest way that I've found. Them guys can turn it on the dime or turn it right downtown. I need 40 acres to turn this rig around. Just give me 40 acres and I'll turn this rig around. You know, I had mentioned how scary it can be to drive a dangerous good truck with no brakes. So why don't we sing a song about that one? I was pulling up a grade that's known as the Devil's Crest. Oh, wait, I'm in the wrong fucking key here for that one here. Let me try that again. Well, I was pulling up a grade that's known as the Devil's Crest. Running 36 ton on a run called the Macro Express. There was nothing but curves running from the top on down. And at the bottom of the grades had a quiet little country town. She was rolling out the top when she guarded and the dry fat broke. Started pumping up the brakes, I'm going in a big cloud of smoke. To keep her upright, I knew I could do my best. Fighting with the wheel of a rig called the Nitro Express. 36 ton of a detonated steel, over 18 tires of smoke and squeal. I had to ride her down, I couldn't jump free her. There'd be a big hole where that little town used to be. Well, that old trailer leaned each time that I took another curve. Then my hands started shaking, I knew I was losing my nerve. And I was cussing each rock, every inch of the Devil's Crest. On this runaway bomb they call the Nitro Express. So that's why I tried the mountain so I slowed down my rubbing her side. And then the sparks started flying, man, it looked like the 4th of July. I finally got her stopped, and mister, I'm gonna confess. That's the last run I'm making on a rig called the Nitro Express. There was 36 ton of a detonated steel, over 18 tires of smoke and squeal. I had to ride her down, I couldn't jump free her. There'd be a big hole where that little town used to be. There was 36 ton of a detonated steel, over 18 tires of smoke and squeal. I had to ride her down, I couldn't jump free her. There'd be a big hole where that little town used to be. Thank you so much. So listen, y'all, I had somebody come up here and yell Phantom 309, and I gotta give a shout out to that guy and appreciate that for knowing who the fuck Red Sylvine is. And I don't know how to play that song, but I will play a Red Sylvine song for him right now, once I'm in tune, that is. This one's a true story. You've never heard, because it's from the 1960s. Well, I mean, some of you might have heard it. I'm not the only Red Sylvine fan that was born in the 80s, so. This one's called Bootlegger King by Red Sylvine. Well, born just south of Knoxville to a family both homeschooled and poor. Never asked for anything at the early age of 10. Delivered newspapers door to door. And when he was in his teens, he dreamed of ski for finer things. He finally figured out what he would do. To be a big-time businessman, he went and hired a poking stand and started hauling Chattanooga booze. Soon his pockets filled with money and his fingers sported flashy diamond rings. He had all he'd ever wanted when they labeled him that bootlegger king. He always trusted Santa and hoped to do exactly as was told. They were hard to drive and not to think. A smooth-talking businessman, and he would come in so hoping stand that booze was made for selling, not to drink. Well, that old Spring City ferry never knew what all it carried, but they knew when she unloaded by the banks. Two rusty rigs roared out of there, just rigging screaming, jamming gears inside that looked like assholes in tanks. They knew the way to operate was running Highway 58 right on into Kingston, Tennessee. To make the sheriff turn his back and face that overeem Poland job, they swapped the load at Junction Dixie Lee. Well, that bootlegger king's fingers flashed with diamond rings. The lawmen never knew about where to wait. But they knew it was the truth. For a load of 100 fruit, he would flash his old pearl handle 38. And one day he met a girl, the sweetest thing in all the world. He knew the time had come to change his life. But it kinda hurt to go to church and find the ones that got there first were the same damn crooks he dealt with just last night. The only thing that they believed was honor among the thieves, and they found a lot of partners on the scene. Choir's mouths were open wide, and that old deacon's bloodshot eyes were focused on that bootlegger king. Then he sat there on the mourner's bench, that newborn baby made him think. He knew he had a lot he must confess. He knew enough to write a book with every name of every crook, so he exposed the whole rotten mess. Now he's got his conscience clear, he still don't know the name of beer. Those true friends are few and far between. Proud of what he had to do, he's heard the words, they're sad but true, they're out to get that bootlegger king. Well, that bootlegger king's fingers flashed with diamond rings, and the lawmen never knew about where to wait. They knew it was the truth. For a load of 100 fruit, he would flash his old pearl handle 38. I said that bootlegger king's fingers flashed with diamond rings, the lawmen never knew about where to wait. They knew it was the truth. For a load of 100 fruit, he would flash his old pearl handle 38. That's the ballad of the bootlegger king. Thank you so much. Some of you might know a song that came out later that stole the tune from that called Me and Bobby McGee, but that's the original, so. I got one more for you tonight here. This one goes out especially to all the truck drivers, because they're the ones that's going to understand it the most. And I know there's a few here tonight, because they've been giving me dirty looks all night. This one's called That's Truck Driving. Started shooting a pinball and started a lie for a truck driving job. I qualified, forgot the job, started up the road. I got lost on the very first load, but that's truck driving. So I asked the man at the country store how you get on the route to Baltimore, and he spit his tobacco, the twisted smile, said you have to go back about 25 miles. So that's truck driving. Well, I got back over on the right route and wound it up and let it all hang out. It was almost through the Carolina state. Looked at my watch, I was 3 hours late, but that's truck driving. Little farther up across the line, I met some guy wouldn't give me the wine. I passed another truck, a couple of cars went 60 miles an hour right through radar, but that's truck driving. Well, the trooper stopped me, his face was frowned, said 6'6", weighed 300 pounds. I couldn't get a break from that hard-boiled cop, and he hauled me off to the JP shop. That's truck driving. Left JP shop, 4:45, forgot I was over on my drives. I got to the scale at 9:30, that's where I paid a big, big fine. But that's truck driving. Left the scale, went on up the road, and I found the place I was supposed to unload. The county there was grouchy and slow. The pinball machine got the rest of my dough, but that's truck driving. So I called the boss, sent me 50 skins. He cussed me out and said, where you been? I need you back here, this end of the road. Should be living here now with another load, but that's truck driving. Well, it pissed me off off when he cussed me out, so I wound up and I headed back south. Took a few pills, got runner too fast, got on the wrong road, hit a low underpass. But that's truck driving. Got back down south and pulled in the yard and cussed again. Said, boy, you fired. It might be me, folks, or just my luck, but I'll never get nowhere driving a truck if that's truck driving. Thank you so much. I'm Mickey Six. Stick around. There's a lot to come and it's going to be a good fucking night.
Yeah. Brandon, as he always does. Stomping time would be proud to be sure. Excellent, brother. And as mentioned, there's so much more to come. We've got more acts tonight. Straight through till 1. Don't forget to hit up Sarah over the beer tab. She'll save you some dough and get you pretty liquored up to boot. And then goes ditto for all of the shooters.